It is seen as a safer alternative to opioids, but now the herbal painkiller Kratom could be facing new restrictions here in Colorado. Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Tom Mustang.
And I'm Jacqueline Allen. The drug is largely unregulated and banned in 6 states. Denver banned the sale of Kratom for human consumption a couple of years ago, citing a warning from the FDA. Now, the city of Castle Rock is also working to regulate it.
Denver 7's Lance Hernandez is following the story for us tonight. He joins us live. And Lance, you're looking into Castle Rock's temporary ban.
The city council there, Tom, is trying to learn all it can about Kratom, an herbal substance that comes from the leaves of a tree native to Southeast Asia. Now, it is used to relieve pain and treat addiction, but is it safe? The state health department says there can be a risk of contamination since it's not regulated. There can be negative effects from interaction with other drugs, including death.
Many people are still seeking clarity about Kratom. On one side, the FDA warns people not to use it. Last week, it issued a warning that lab tests of 30 Kratom products found significant levels of lead and nickel at concentrations that exceed safe exposure.
If they did find heavy metals in the product, good for them. They're actually doing their job.
Rick Clifford owns Kratom by Mile High Botanicals. He says the FDA too often cries wolf and believes it's because Big Pharma doesn't want the industry to prosper. Clifford was born with a defective heart valve. He had surgery as an adult, was given opioids, and became addicted. 12 years later, he tried Kratom.
I went through 30 days of taking Kratom instead of the opioids, and then after 30 days I said, okay, I want to see what happens if I stop taking Kratom. That was it. I was done.
No more pain, no more addiction. He understands that communities want to regulate Kratom. In December, Castle Rock temporarily suspended the establishment of new Kratom businesses after receiving an inquiry about a Kratom bar. Councilman Jason Bauer said he can't understand using Kratom socially.
If I were to get in a snowboarding accident and be prescribed Oxycontin, I'm not going to go to a bar and be like, hey guys, let's do some Oxycontin together and hang out and have a good time. It's just not acceptable.
Denver placed restrictions on the sale of Kratom in 2017.
The rule is it must be labeled not for human consumption. We put a warning on every bag.
Now, Rick Clifford says the industry has been asking the FDA for years to implement manufacturing guidelines. He says they don't want anyone to get sick from salmonella poisoning or E. coli. Now, while it is legal to possess Kratom in Colorado, the FDA has not approved it for use as a drug, food ingredient, or dietary supplement. Jacqueline?
Very interesting. All right, thanks.